Hello out there. This is welcoming you to my show, Yomi Davis Conversation. On this channel, Here and There platform, my guest is a vibrant young man who loves to go out there to improve people's lives, to motivate people, to talk to people, to develop people, to see people develop, see people being creative, being vocational, using their hands to do things. He's also an author. In fact, his new book is one of the things we'll be discussing on this show today. He has a book that every parent, every school should try to buy. And so, who is this my guest on the show today? He is Adedayo Ogunshakin, an author, a motivational speaker, a servant of God, and much more. Dayo,
Yes, sir.
are you a pastor?
First of all, I want to say thank you for having me on your channel here and get our platform. I am not a pastor. A lot of people refer to me as pastors. A lot of people identified me,
No.
not with me as pastors. They call me pastor, uh, but I know that I am a minister of the gospel of God. uh, why why do I say that? There are five ministerial gifts, calling gifts in the Bible: apostles, prophets,
Teacher.
pastors, teachers, and evangelists. And each one of them has uh, their niche
Mm.
that they carry. So a pastor is someone who has a sheep, is just like a shepherd who has a sheep in a domain.
Mm.
And in that domain, the sheep is being taken care of, is being nurtured, is being guided, is being protected, is being led.
Mm.
And because I don't have such domain, you can say a church building is a domain,
Mm.
and with people, members that you pastor over like a shepherd. That's why I don't call myself a pastor. But if they say, call me pastor, I will answer. But I know, I know that I'm a minister of God. Minister of gospel.
I know something about you is this humility. I know you are a humble person, and I seem to think that you're not wanting to be called a pastor is born out of your humility. And I think you are just being modest. you do what pastors do. So my guest is Dayo Ogunshakin. Dayo, it's nice having you on the show today.
It's a pleasure to be here,
Thanks
sir.
for coming. I've been wanting to interview you. I've been after you for some time.
Yes, we have been on it since last year, but thank God for today.
Yeah, I know.
Today is a good day. The
I know
Bible says,
you're always
"This is
busy.
the day the Lord has made, and we rejoice and be glad in it." Thank God
And
for His grace.
so thanks so much for coming.
It's a pleasure,
Yeah,
sir.
well, this is Yomi Davis Conversation. We'll be talking about a number of things. Dayo, from where are you?
Well, I am a native of, a citizen of Nigeria, a native of Ekiti State, or Ekiti to be precise. Both my parents are from Ekiti, and I was born in Ibadan, Oyo State here.
Born and bred in Ibadan.
Born and bred in Ibadan. I was born inside Adioyo Maternity Hospital in Ibadan. I was born at Oshosani.
Okay.
Isale Oshosani Okeado Ibadan.
Ibadan. Okay.
So I say I am an Ibadan.
Ibadan. You are Ara Ibadan, not Omo Ibadan. You want to claim Omo Ibadan?
Both, sir.
I think for any visa.
I don't know.
Before we go further, at the wake of Daddy. By the way, I want to still come through with you on the passing of Daddy last year.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, we'll talk about him briefly.
All right,
in
sir.
the course of this interview. You told a story to the congregation that day about, was it about the naming or the the
The spacing.
the spacing,
Mm.
the spacing and the dates, the days of your birth.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
could you please
Okay, yeah, I remember.
recount that?
Yes, I know. It was when Daddy left to be with the Lord that I realized some things that he did by the help of God.
Mm,
You know, I know that people used to know how to space. Now people don't know how to space
mm,
child by children again.
Mm.
Ours was 2 years
mm,
interval, but the last one, because they didn't actually prepared for her as others, there was a space of 4 years,
okay.
because they didn't want to have the fifth child, but they
It came by accident.
yeah, they eventually
Add
added
it and add her.
they added. So there was a space of 2 years
Mhm.
in between us. I happen to be the firstborn
Mm.
of the family. So I now realize something,
Mm.
but I that thing got me thinking.
Mm.
My birth month is August.
Mhm.
My immediate junior sister, her birth month is September.
Okay.
The next to her,
Mhm.
she's a female too, her birth month is October.
Mm.
And the fourth child, a guy, we had just two
Mhm.
sons. His birth month is November.
Mm.
So they didn't plan initially for the fifth child,
Mhm.
but the fifth child came, and
that month.
her birth month is July.
Okay.
He now
July.
start, yeah,
Now,
he
you
now
now
started the sequence.
Mm.
And my name is Adedayo.
Mm.
The second child is Oluwafumilayo.
Okay.
The third is Titilayo.
Mm.
The fourth is Ayotunde, as in
Mm.
because a boy came again. You
Came
know
again.
how
Okay,
our
okay,
parents are.
Yeah, okay.
So, but the last one, they
Mm.
now named her Ayoyimika.
Ayoyimika. Mm.
So, those things, I said, how did this man do
August,
this thing?
September.
Yes, July, August, September,
October, November. Mm. Now, Dayo, I introduce you as an author, as a motivational speaker, and other things that you do. Who is Dayo
Mm.
Ogunshaki?
Wow, thank you, sir. Adedayo Ogunshaki, I call myself a student of life.
Mm.
A student of life, in that we should be learning every second.
Mm.
We should be learning by nature. We should be learning from our relationships. We should be learning from our older ones. We should be learning from objects.
Mm.
We should be learning from living things and non-living things.
Mm.
We are just to be, the summary of it is that we need to be wise.
Mm.
One of the criteria that will make us to be a happy soul, a happy living being, is wisdom.
Mm.
And you know, it is recommended in my constitution, Proverbs 4 and verse 7.
Mm.
It says something, said, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom.
Mm.
In all your getting, get
wisdom.
understanding.
Mm.
All those things, they fall in line with what I believe God has made and created everyone to be.
Mm.
You know, the Bible says He created us in His image and likeness.
Mm.
But beyond that, He said we are the light of the world.
Mm-hmm.
We are the salt of the earth. He now gave a command, talking about Jesus now. He said, Matthew 5:16 said, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. So, in making your light shine, it means that you need to impact life positively. It means that you need to influence life positively. It means that you need to be your brother's keeper. It means that you need to be a problem solver.
Mm.
It means that you need to be a pathfinder. It means that you need to make things happen. You need to give encouragement. You need to change dullness to brightness.
Mm.
You need to just be a role model to your peers, to the people around you, to your community, to your states, to your nation, in fact to the world, because you are the light of the world. And those are the things that motivate me, that is making me to become who God wants me to be.
Okay, you've written a book,
So,
Crafting the Future,
so,
How Vocational Skills Drive Innovation and Economic Freedom.
yes, sir.
What informed the idea or of writing a book, of this type at this time?
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. Let me read from what I write on the back of my book, because that sentence is
Summarizes.
summarizes a lot of things.
Mm.
I said, crafting the future
Mm.
explores my journey from reluctant childhood bookbinding apprenticeship
Mm.
to a lifelong passion for practical learning and entrepreneurship.
Mm.
Through my father's practical wisdom, it was revealed to me how hands-on skills shape character,
Mm.
resilience,
Mm.
and economic independence
Mm.
to an individual and a nation at large. Crafting the future is my life experience, and it's one of the things I was able to know in the course of my few years on Heart, even till now. I was a very young boy in class 2. Then it is junior secondary school now, class 2.
Mm.
I was supposed to be enjoying life with playing with my colleagues, my friends after school hours.
Mm.
But my dad, he forced me to become an apprentice
Mm.
under him.
He didn't allow that.
He didn't allow me to
that
play.
freedom.
I was forced. That's why I'm using that word, forced,
Hey.
to be an apprentice at a younger age. Under him.
Wow.
And he was a bookbinder and printer.
Mm.
And the popular tropical binders and printers.
Mm.
So he forced me, but even before long, under 1-2 years, I was earning money from that forceful adventure, if I can call it that. I will collect books, textbooks, and novels from my friends at school, my colleagues at school, especially the tongue and those ones that are not looking very well. I will bind it for them, make it, renew it, make it new ones, just like new ones, because bookbinding, the art of bookbinding is about repairing or making old books to become new again, so that it can be attractive. So doing that, I was able to earn so much money, and I was not even buying raw materials for all this. All the raw materials I was using were free, because it is from my daddy's.
So what are you doing with your money?
I was just, you hear that you say, "Oh, I was just spending it, and I had money. I could buy a lot of things. It was not hindering me. It was supporting me. It was encouraging me, and with that, I was able to be independent. I was able to see through so many thick things. I was able to see that I can be so much more in life. Through that, I became an entrepreneur, even at a younger age. I was exposed to so many things. In the course of that training, I was exposed to the market where they buy raw materials, how they are buying it, how they are marking it up after production. I was exposed to so many customers. I was exposed to travelings. He used to be the bookbinders for so many universities in Nigeria. The University of Ife, who is now Obafemi Awolowo University, University of Ibadan, University of Agriculture, University of Lagos, so many. university, the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, the Court of Justice, High Court of Justice in Abuja. He was their bookbinder for so many years. So because I was following him all around, me and my junior ones, because everybody was forced to learn that bookbinding and printing, and to God be glory. Here I am. I'm able to do a lot of things just because I had that humble beginning, and it was not even
and exposure to apprenticeship.
Yes,
You were exposed to that.
So I was exposed to vocational education and training.
Yeah.
At early, I was able to use my hands. It is called hands-on skills. I was able to use my hands to earn living, and I want to believe that is how God made every one of us. Because in the Garden of Eden, Adam was using his hand to cultivate the land, and follow suit by the generations after him. They were doing agriculture, and even till now, we still have so many people that are using their hands. But I saw something in the course of my research that developed countries, those developed nations of this world, they have gained that wisdom of combining both vocational education and training with normal formal education. So it's positioned them strategically to a high level. And one of the reasons they are called developed countries. But we, developing or underdeveloped countries, we still believe in the old school of only formal education. And in this formal education, we have just few employment, few vacancies for much more people who are graduates. And we find out that few people who are exposed to that vocational education and training, even with their formal education, they are doing much more better than the people who only have formal education.
So what you are saying, in essence, is that for a nation to develop, for a nation to grow, and for our country, Nigeria, to grow, we need to expose our children to vocational training. Because that reminds me of the story of China. China today is one of the world powers. Not so?
Yes,
economic world power.
World powers.
And what China has become today can be said to be a product of years of vocational development, or years of development of vocational education.
Yes, sir.
Not so?
Yes,
because I remember, I know my age now, and as far back as the time when I was very young, when I was very young, we have been seeing little toys from China.
Those tiny toys.
On camera, kekeke.
And horse. Those
baby. All those things, they all came from China. Little wonder then that even today, most of these things that we buy still come from China. So which means they must have been training their youths as far back as that time to use their hands to produce things. Today, they are world power. Also, a force to reckon with. That's instructive for a nation like Nigeria. Also,
yes, sir, it's very, very instructive. I have some videos, sir. 10-year-old girl in China can couple and uncouple a car engine.
Wow. A
10-year-old primary school pupil in China and some Asian countries like Japan, they uncouple and couple a car engine on their own without any assistance. They have been exposed to vocational education and training since their early age. They saw the future. That is how I see it. They saw the future and they embraced it.
And the future is now.
And the future is now.
Because we see
no wonder they are among the technologically they are there.
Advanced countries.
Scientifically they are there. Vocationally they are there. What other thing? in IT. They
Yeah.
are there. They are everywhere.
Mm.
In war,
Mm.
when you talk of war in producing war ammunitions,
Mm.
machines,
Mm.
guns, they are there. They are everywhere. All because they got the wisdom of exposing their children to formal
Vocation
education and
vocational
vocational education and
Mm.
training.
Mm.
So they are there. And
So
we need to
this,
learn from
that
them.
that now underscores the importance of a book like
Yes,
this,
sir.
crafting the future,
Yes, sir.
how vocational skills drive innovation
Mm.
and economic freedom.
Yes, sir.
This is the book,
Yes, sir. Yes.
and it's a book that our governments, I say governments, when I say governments, I mean even at federal and state levels,
Yes, sir.
should get or buy for schools. Encourage parents to buy for their children if possible, and schools to even have this book in their libraries. Because I must say, and this is not a flattery, honestly, I've not seen a book like this in the country, written in Nigeria. There are other books, but a book of this type talking about or addressing the issue of vocational training, you know, vocational education, emphasizing the importance of vocational education. I've not seen a book like this. I must say kudos to you for writing this book. So this is a book we should all try to read ourselves and buy for our children and encourage our governments to go for it. This book is in the market now.
Yes, it's in the market, and it is also on the global market.
Global market,
So
okay.
you can find it on lulu.com.
Okay.
And Lulu is just like Amazon.
Mm.
So you can find it all over there.
Okay.
And you can even get it. You can from anywhere. Just
I can see even the production is good. Very neat.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Because
It's a
what
good
is
book.
worth doing at all is
What
worth
doing
doing
well.
well.
You are a vocational person.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm a trained
You know,
printer too.
yeah,
so-
of course. You know, Baba printer.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
This is a good book.
Yes,
And
sir. You can see that
now,
my own is different from your own, sir.
eh,
My own is bound.
so you have
I'm
hardcover.
a bookbinder, professional bookbinder. So I have
Let me see this hardcover.
Yes,
Wow.
bound.
Wow.
It has to be different. Thank you, sir.
Oh, that's good. You have to prepare for this. I know after this interview, people will want to, ask for copies of this book, and you should be ready, to make them readily available when people want them. Are you looking at more books after this one? I know there's another one with me here.
Yes.
Yoruba language for beginners.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Yoruba language for beginners. What's this one about?
Yoruba language for beginners. Yoruba language is one of the best languages in the world, and I'm not choosing. I'm choosing my words carefully. Yoruba language is being studied in so many countries of the world, advanced countries. In US, hardly will you see a very good university in the United States of America who is not offering Yoruba language as a course. In fact, most of them have textbooks. They have very huge handouts on Yoruba language. And also is if you go to South American, Cuba, Brazil, even our African countries, they see something in this language what we ourselves, the owner of the Yoruba language, are not seeing. They see something and they are doing well with this. Yoruba language is a language that a word can mean 20 things, and you begin to explore and describe them. Yoruba language, and the reason I'm able to understand very well other languages such as English language is because I was taught in Yoruba language. I attended afternoon school, and it is Yoruba that I was being that was used to teach me even from the beginning till some age when I started primary school. So Yoruba language, if you don't understand Yoruba language very well, it will be difficult for you to fully understand English language. Nowadays, we see so many parents who in their homes, as a Yoruba people, they don't speak Yoruba.
They discourage their children.
They discourage these children. And we see our other tribe, the eastern, the northern part, they make sure that in their homes, when they get to school, the student can speak English language. But when they get home, they speak their native language. And this is helping them. They can do a lot of things. They can use it for coding. When visitor is around, they want to do some things, they want to send in something. They can use, Yoruba language is so deep and complex that the importance can never be overemphasized. So Yoruba language for beginners is our textbook. It's a practical textbook. If you want to learn Yoruba language as a beginner, you don't know Yoruba before, but you want to learn Yoruba, in few months you can get Yoruba language for beginners. It will help you through the beginning space of learning Yoruba language, and it is also on Lulu.
Okay.
It is on Lulu.
Do you also recommend this for schools?
Yes, schools are secondary school and primary school are buying it already in Nigeria. I just apply it to school because we are used to the one that they used to teach me, which is still very good too. Alawiye, but right. Life is evolving.
That's right.
We need to approach life as evolution comes at us. So we change some things about the way we can learn. This one is very, very practical, and it has pictures because you just have to learn it. We just want to encourage people to learn Yoruba language. We want to contribute our quota to that sector too, for people to embrace Yoruba language as a very important language and learn it as quickly as possible.
In fact, I know that there was a research that has shown that teaching children in their mother tongue help them a lot to understand subjects that they are taught, and that they can learn faster, learn better if they are taught in their language. You understand? And it has been proven. And I don't know why we still shy away from this reality, that we have been so
brainwashed.
I mean, maybe that's the word.
Even the Asian countries we are talking about, that's what they do.
They speak their language.
They change all the very good books to their language. They translated it to their language, and they are doing well with them.
Okay, now you have 2 books now in the market.
You asked about another book. You said when will I write another book?
In the making or already out?
Another one is out already, but we are yet to do what do we do with the books now?
Okay, it's not
launching, but
it's ready.
It is ready.
It is ready.
Time Trust.
Oh, okay. It's
a very, very good book.
A story book?
It's not a story book. It's a book that gives you the information about time. Specifically about 24 hours. Time is a trust from God. God gives every one of us 24 hours. That is the only thing that is equally shared to every living and non-living thing. God gives everyone 24 hours. What you now do with your 24 hours is now depend on you.
It's up to you.
And the accumulation of 24 hours will take you to 90 years if you can reach that. So what you do every day will impact your week, will impact your month, it will impact your years. So at the end of the day, whatever you become, at the end of the day, is what you have been doing with your 24 hours cumulatively.
Yeah.
And in that book, it is exposed that time is life. Time is life.
That's good.
So that is
I can't wait to see that book. Now, my guest on the Yomi Davis conversation is Adedayo Ogunshakin, the author of the book Crafting the Future: How Vocational Skills Drive Innovation and Economic Freedom. The book is already in the market. He's also the author of Yoruba Language for Beginners. I'm proud to be a Yoruba man.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Ìwé kìíní àìlétẹ̀sí lọ síwájú.
Yes, sir.
Àbíṣe káàdì àti Yorùbá ń sìn. Bí wàá tó
Yeah.
sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ń sìn. Adédayọ̀, inú mi dùn láti ní lórí ètò yìí.
Ẹ ṣeun gan, sir.
Ẹ ti sọ̀rọ̀ tó pọ̀ nípa ìwé tẹ́ kọ. Ìwé yìí ẹ kọ láti gbé iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ lárugẹ. Abẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ wọ́n ní àtẹ́lẹwọ́ ẹni ìtọ́ni jẹ. In other words, nǹkan tá a bá fẹ́ dà láyé yàtọ̀ sí ìwé tá à ń kà. Ṣé àmì pé ìwé tá à ń kà náà ọwọ́ náà wà involved? Torí ọwọ́ la máa fi kọ nǹkan sílẹ̀. Ọwọ́ la máa fi kọ exam. Ọpọlọwọ́ ò lè kọ́ fún rẹ̀. Ọwọ́ náà lọ́pọlọ máa lò. Ọwọ́ àtẹ́lẹwọ́ ẹni ìtọ́ni jẹ. A dẹ̀ ti rí náà o wípé àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wọn àdàbẹ̀ nípa àwọn náà ń lówó jù láyé yìí.
Ẹ wò, ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré, ẹ má bínú pé mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Mo ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní ilé-iṣẹ́ kan. Bọ̀ ilé-iṣẹ́ kan tí ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn, à ń ta oògùn ní láti polongo oògùn àti ní títà. Bọ́n ṣe kọ́ wa ni pé tá bá ti gbé ọkọ̀ wa fún àwọn tó ń tu ọkọ̀ ṣe mechanic, a ní láti dúró tì wọ́n láti máa wo nǹkan tó ń ṣe because gbogbo ibi la ti ń kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́. So ibì kan á wà, mechanic village kan wà tí mo máa ń gbé ọkọ̀ lọ. So wọ́n á ṣe máa gbẹ́ àwọn kan máa ń wá gbowó lọ́wọ́ wọn. Tí bá tún pẹ́ díẹ̀ bí ọjọ́ mi mo pẹ́ díẹ̀ bí àwọn tó ń ṣe lára mọ́tò wọn tí èmi tún ṣe dáadáa. Má tó pé àwọn akọ̀ àkó àwọn táàsì máa páàkì síwájú wọn, máa kó fún wọn. So mo wá bèèrè wọn gbà kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Wọ́n sọ pé ti alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ tí mo kọ́ máa ń rí yẹn pé àjọ ni pé àwọn máa ń dá àjọ ojoojúmọ́. Àwa tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ oṣù gan àdájọ kankan à ń dájọ ojoojúmọ́. So ojoojúmọ́ lè máa rówó wọn ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ọgbọ́n kìíní. Wọ́n ní ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì wa ń kọ́ ti àwọn ọkọ̀ tó wá ṣe àwọn wá tú àwọn ọkọ̀ tó ń ṣe transport náà ṣe. Wọ́n ní wọ́n wá tú wọn ṣe àwa la ní ààyè. Èmi gan tí mo ń bíṣẹ́ owó oṣù tẹ́lẹ̀ mi ní mọ́tò ara mi gbà yẹn. Wọ́n ní àwọn làwọn ní pé àwọn fi ń ṣe iṣẹ́ okòwò náà ni pé kówó fi pè pé ọwọ́ kan àgbàjọwọ́ kí fọ́ mẹ́wàá jẹ bọ̀ sí àwọn ní bí extra source of income pé àwọn làwọn ní pé iye owó báyìí náà dẹ̀ máa ń fún àwọn ní ojoojúmọ́. mo kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn nìyẹn mo kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kan bẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ náà pé at the end of the day mo dẹ̀ àpọ̀ mọ́ wọn ọgbọ́n ni.
Ó mì pé àwọn tí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àwọn ló máa ń lówó jù. Mo ní àbúrò kan tí òun àtọkọ ẹ̀ wọ́n nílé nílùú òyìnbó, wọ́n Amẹ́ríkà náà wà. Wọ́n ra lé síbẹ̀. Wọ́n wá ní ìjò kan nígbà kan wọ́n lọ ńgbà yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣọlidé náà ni. Àwa ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí fóònù. Ìyẹn àbúrò mi ìyàwó. So ló wá ń sọ fún mi pé omi ń dà níbi kan anáwó níbi kan and things like that. Tó wá ní ẹni tó yẹ kó wá bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn àwọn tí ń retí ẹ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ wípé ẹni yẹn ó máa ń bízì gan. Yàtọ̀ sí pé owó tó ń gbà ìṣe owó kékeré o ṣùgbọ́n ẹ máa ní sùúrù fún ni kó tó rádà yín lòun kì í dẹ̀ ṣòwò nìkan wọ́n pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. Nǹkan tí mò ń try láti sọ ni pé nílùú òyìnbó àwọn oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló ń jẹun jù. Kí wàá ló ṣàwà ní Nàìjíríà? Torí China tá à ń sọ yìí o iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ló gbọ́n lé tán dé yìí o. Ìdí nìyí tí ìwé yìí tẹ́kọ̀ yìí alàgbà Dayọ̀ Ogunṣakin ìwé tẹ́kọ̀ yìí ó máa ń láti lọ káàkiri. Èmi rọ ìjọba o wípé ìwé yìí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ make sure pé àwọn ilé ìwà káàkiri wọ́n ní yàrá ìkàwé wọn àbẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ tàbí kán ní káwọn ọmọ wọn gan àwọn iléèwé gan kán ní tàbí káwọn òbí gan rà fáwọn ọmọ wọn òbí gan náà lè kà á torí pé kò lè sí pàtàkì lè ṣe ọwọ́ o ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tó tẹ̀ ti rìtáyà torí ara nǹkan tó máa ń mú àìsàn wá ní boredom tí wọn bá wà active so ẹni tó rìtáyà tàbí tó ń plan láti rìtáyà ó yẹ kán ka ìwé yìí kán ti máa ronú nǹkan tó máa ṣe àsìkò tó ń wà ń sìn èèyàn ti ṣílẹ̀ lọ́kọ́ṣẹ́ ọwọ́
yes sir.
abẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
ní ohun mi rántí nígbà tí bàbá mi ṣì wà láyé tí mo ṣì ń ṣe akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lábẹ́ wọn bàbá kan wà ó rìtáyà náà ni ó máa dàbí bí ọjọ́ orí wọn máa ju àádọ́rin 70. Yes, around àádọ́rin ni
nígbà yẹn.
Yes, wọ́n dẹ̀ wà ń kọ́ṣẹ́ in fact ẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tí èèyàn bá ń kọ́ṣẹ́ ńgbà yẹn ọmọọṣẹ́ wọn máa rán wọn ṣe lọ́ba mi ra oúnjẹ wá wọ́n rán bàbá ṣẹ́ o bàbá ò dẹ̀ sọ pé àgbà bàbá lọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ in fact mo tiẹ̀ ṣì wá bàbá yẹn tó bá ṣì wà láyé kí n tiẹ̀ sọ wọn pé dáàdi ṣe aláìsàn àgbàlagbà wọn ń kọ́ṣẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe freedom fún wọn.
ìyẹn wá jẹ́ kí n rántí nǹkan kan wípé ẹ̀rí ní mo rántí pé ní àárọ̀ yìí léni yìí èmi àti ìyàwó mi à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nulẹ̀ à sọ pé a ní àwọn fans kan tó ti bàjẹ́ ó dẹ̀ wà kan ó ti ṣẹ́ wọ́n fẹ́ ó dẹ̀ ń pè bíi mẹ́ta làwọn fans yẹn ẹnìkan ní àdúgbò wa yìí ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn a dẹ̀ fẹ́ gbé wọn lọ sọ́nà tó jìn nígbà tá a lẹ́ni tó wà ládùúgbò tó lè ṣe ṣùgbọ́n ó lé lọ́dún kan sìn tá a ti ń lé bàbá yẹn kiri.
Bàbá tó ní kìí ṣe
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá ni
kò lọ́mọṣẹ́ ní sàn.
wọ́n lọ́mọṣẹ́ nǹkan tí mo discover ni pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ilé iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ti ń kọ́ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ bíi àwọn tó ń ṣe electronics àwọn radionics àwọn tó ń tún fà ń ṣe àwọn carpenters àwọn kìíní láyé ìgbà kan ẹ máa rí àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ tó máa pọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ àwọn tó ń ṣe àbáwọn tó ń tún fíríjì ṣe ni o wọ́n máa pọ̀ tó máa bọ́ọ̀gù àwọn bá ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ ti máa rí wọn tó máa pọ̀ tó máa yí wọn ká kò sí yẹn mọ́ ń sìn so àwọn tó ní iṣẹ́ náà náà dá ṣiṣẹ́ wọn so ó wá ń jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ yẹn kó wọ̀ wọ́n lọ́rùn abẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ because tẹ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ wọ́n ti ìwọ lọ tú bóòtù yìí ìwọ lọ tú eléyìí mẹkáníkì tá à ń sọ ẹ náà àwọn tó ń kọ náà pọ̀ mọ́ o nítorí kàn jẹ́ kí a tìrá àwọn tó ń ṣe mẹkáníkì dẹ́ẹ̀dẹ́ ni pé torí pé mọ́tò ńláńlá ń wọ̀lú mọ́tò dẹ̀ ń pọ̀ sí so mẹkáníkì sì ń ríṣẹ́ ṣe ẹnìkan wà ládùúgbò wa ń bíbà yìí tó yẹ kó ó ń tún mọ́tò kùn tẹ bá àwọn mọ́tò tó ń gbá sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ àwọn mọ́tò ńláńlá àwọn mọ́tò gbẹ̀ngbẹ̀m iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ pé ibi tá à ń lọ gan ni pé iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ pé.
nígbà tí bàbá mi ṣe máa ń ṣe freedom fáwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ méjì mẹ́ta wọ́n máa ṣáà máa ṣe freedom ni léraléra mo tún rántí náà ìyá ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan wọ́n pe ìyá wọn ní ìdọ̀jà ó mọ̀ fàṣà àwọn tó mọ̀ kúlà gbà yẹn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni òótọ́ ni.
tó máa odidi ilé 4 flats.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
náà fi ń ṣe fashion design tailoring. àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ dẹ́kun bẹ́ẹ̀ tó máa ń ṣe freedom báyìí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo rántí dáadáa.
tó máa ń lọ fún trade fair because trade fair máa ń wà láyé ìgbà yẹn tó máa lọ káàkiri gbogbo ìpínlẹ̀ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe máa owó dẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ inú àwọn èèyàn dùn láti kọ even títí di àsìkò ọjọ́ òní owó àwọn ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àwọn náà ń rí owó ojúmọ́ but àwọn èèyàn wa wọn ò ní sùúrù because kó tó lè níṣẹ́ ọwọ́ kó tó lè mọṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wàá pẹ́ díẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀gá ọdún kan ọdún méjì ọdún mẹ́ta láti fi mọṣẹ́ but owó òjijì làwọn ọmọ wa fẹ́ sí owó lórí ẹ̀ lọ́ọ́ ṣe lọ́ ń gba ọ̀kadà plumber wa náà àgbàlagbà ni mo ní plumber tó kọ̀ mo máa ń ṣe iṣẹ́ kọ́lékọ́lé but ara wọn àgbàlagbà ló pọ̀ jù nínú wọn tó bá fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ sí àwọn ọ̀nìmọ̀ kò sọmọṣẹ́ wọn á ní ọmọṣẹ́ tó ń mú wá ó ti lọ gbé ọ̀kadà iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ pé àwọn tó kérékéré náà tó ti gbà ọ̀nà ní ọ̀nà in fact mú àwọn kan wà tẹ́gẹ́ wọ́n ti lọ yunifásitì tó wá padà ṣẹ̀ lọ kọ́ṣẹ́ tẹ́gẹ́ wọn ti ẹ̀ mọ̀ tí sátífíkẹ́tì wọn wà báyìí tẹ́gẹ́ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ yẹn náà jókòó tì ní ìfẹ́ máa dárúkọ in fact ara àwọn tó ń ṣe iṣẹ́ òṣèré tá a mọ̀ tó ń pọ̀ dáadáa tó ń tẹ́gẹ́ lọ́ọ̀nà lọ ríìdì ní yunifásitì tẹ́gẹ́ iṣẹ́ tíátà náà ń ṣe ara wọn náà fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ body part ara
iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ náà la máa pè
náà fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ so ayé wọn bẹ́yẹn ṣùgbọ́n àwa ọmọ òde òní a fẹ́ dolówó but a fẹ́ kọ́ nǹkan tí èèyàn fi ń dolówó a kò fẹ́ dolówó òjijì torí ẹ̀ la ṣe ń rí àwọn ọmọ wa tó lọ ń ṣe yahoo tó ń pa àwọn ọmọ làkejì lẹ́kún jáyé a nílò àgbàlagbà kan túbọ̀ máa bá àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ a nílò ìjọba.
ipa wo lẹ rò pé ìjọba lè kó nísìnyí láti jẹ́ kí a change orientation àwọn èèyàn wa àwọn ọmọ wa torí pé wọ́n ní kékeré la ti ń pé tan ìrókò tó bá dàgbà apá ò ní ká àwọn youth náà ni a lè ní kí ìjọba máa kan kí ìjọba abẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ kí wọ́n fojú sí ní ara ń sìn láti make sure pé wọ́n fi ọ̀nà hàn wọ́n ìyànjú wo lẹ fẹ́ gba ìjọba ìwé lẹ kọ jáde yìí ń sìn ẹ bá ìjọba sọ̀rọ̀.
Well, nǹkan tí màá sọ pẹ̀lú yẹn ni pé kì í ṣe pé at times sí àwọn èèyàn tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìjọba wa ó máa ń mú ẹ̀rín pa ẹ̀kẹ́ mi because àwọn púpọ̀ nínú àwọn ìjọba wa wọ́n mọ gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí ní ọdún tó kọjá lọ ó ní iye owó tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ gbé sílẹ̀ láti gbárùkù ti iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ bọ̀ sẹ́yìn gbọ́ nípa yẹn because of mo wà inclined sí nǹkan yẹn ni mo ṣe ní information yẹn àwọn owó yìí wọ́n ní èrò lọ́kàn wọ́n máa release àwọn owó but ǹjẹ́ owó ń dé ibi tó yẹ kówó dé owó yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ná kìdẹ́ owó tí mo sọ kì í ṣe owó kékeré o mo ní níbì kan because National Bureau of Statistics wọ́n ní àkọọ́lẹ̀ fún mo kọ́ síbì kan mo ń try láti wà lórí tablet mi ìwé ó ní owó biribiri owó tó pọ̀ láti gbárùkù ti because tẹ bá wò ẹ máa ń pé inú orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà wọ́n ní technical schools tó pọ̀ gan ní ayé àtijọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ibo làwọn technical schools yẹn wọ́n sì wà ṣèbí wọ́n sì ní àwọn tíṣà tó wà ń bẹ̀ ǹjẹ́ ṣé incumbent tó wà ń bẹ̀ irinṣẹ́ wà ń bẹ̀ tó ń kọ́ àwọn ọmọ èèyàn mélòó ló mọ̀ nípa technical education mo mọ ẹnìkan tó súnmọ́ mi technical education ló lọ tó kọ́ nípa catering mo mọ ẹnìkan tó kọ́ nípa building ó dẹ̀ ṣe tó ń gbà yẹn ó lọ sí olùwà glass as in so many they are àwọn gan náà tètè máa ń ríṣẹ́ ju àwọn tó lọ sí yunifásitì lọ láyé àtijọ́
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
because ó pé.
ibi òun náà là ń sọ ìfún ti sin bá ṣe wà yìí
bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan là ń lò nílé náà àbí tó ń bá bàjẹ́ àwọn ló máa tún ṣe.
orí ìjókòó tá a rí kò sí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́
ni
nǹkan tí mo mú dání iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ni ìwé
ṣé bí ìwé lẹ bá ń di
iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ni kọ́ọ̀pù gbogbo nǹkan mú mi nǹkan ìjẹun iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ni.
nǹkan tí china fi ń jẹun lédè nìyẹn.
yes àwọn yẹn ni à ń ṣe àwọn yẹn ló ń gba owó àwa ń lò àwọn ń ṣe ọlọ́run dẹ̀ dá ọwọ́ kan náà fún wa ọpọlọ kan náà ẹsẹ̀ kan náà gbogbo ara kan náà nǹkan tó ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ ni pé nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe àwa náà lè ṣe.
ẹ wo àwọn tailors ẹ gbàgbó ṣẹ́fún tailor ń sìn ẹ máa.
láti rán aṣọ kan báyìí.
owó ni ẹ̀yìn ẹ tún máa lé wọn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni because wọ́n pọ̀ àwọn èèyàn díẹ̀ lówó wọn fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀kadà ìṣáà ni èyí tó bá ṣe ọ̀kadà obìnrin mìíràn nǹkan mìíràn máa ṣe so a ní láti túbọ̀ máa jíra wa ká máa tara ní páńpẹ́ papọ̀ ká máa bára sọ̀rọ̀ lóòrèkóòrè pé àníṣe ọwọ́ yìí kò dé sí àgbà tí yóò dá tí yóò lè fi kọ́ṣẹ́ ọwọ́.
ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ síbi tá a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ gan-an ní pẹ̀pẹ̀ nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò yìí nípa àwọn kan tẹ̀ ń ṣe níṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run torí òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ní. now ipa wo ni ilé ìjọsìn lè kó nínú nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí torí pé when you are talking of orientation kì í ṣe ìjọba nìkan orientation pé nǹkan tá a máa fi sí agbárí àwọn èèyàn tó máa change the thinking wọn àwọn máa ń gbọ́rọ̀ sí pastors wọn lẹ́nu ilé ìjọsìn ó mì pé ilé ìjọsìn ní nǹkan tó ń lè ṣe lórí nǹkan báyìí tí n bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ilé ìjọsìn mi ò sọ ti ẹ̀sìn sìn o wípé ipa tí ilé ìjọsìn kó nú ayé àwọn èèyàn torí ẹ wo Nàìjíríà sìn a máa ń gbàdúrà ó mì pé a religious gan àmọ̀nà church ó mì pé church lè influence wa gan church lè influence positive change àbẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ kí lè rò pé ó yẹ bá a sọ sí ẹ̀yà yẹn.
ẹ ṣeun gan ní ibi tẹ lọ ẹ sá ẹ̀yin àgbàlẹ máa ń palówó yẹn ní pé ilé la ti ń kọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ lóde ẹdẹ ní ilé tí a bá fi tọ́ mọ èrè ló máa wù kí à ń pè ní ilé ìdílé inú ìdílé ni ilé ti jáde ìdílé ẹbí ni ìjọ Ọlọ́run ìdílé ni so ipa tí àwọn ilé Ọlọ́run tán lè kó nípa ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí ó pọ̀ ní in fact àwọn kan ti ń ṣe iṣẹ́ ribiribi lórí ẹ̀ omi kan ń pọ̀ jọ̀ka lọ ni because mo rántí ní bí ọdún 5 sẹ́yìn ilé ìjọsìn kan ní lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọ́n gbé orí afẹ́fẹ́ pé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ kọ́ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ báyìí oríṣiríṣi iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ó ju 10 lọ ìkan wà mẹ́ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ dẹ̀ ni pé church yẹn ló máa finance ẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ni mo ti kọ́ graphic design online náà dẹ̀ ni lórí afẹ́fẹ́ ibẹ̀ ni mo ti kọ́ then ó tún mi rántí ní inú oṣù tá a wà yìí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe nínú ìjọsìn ibi tí tèmi ti ń jọ́sìn o ni pé a fẹ́ jí àwọn èèyàn pé a rí pé káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà a ní graduate tó pọ̀ tí láti bí 2, 3, 5 years wọ́n sì ń wáṣẹ́ ni wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣì mú certificate káàkiri ni wọ́n ò rò pé mo lè fi iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ mi mo lè fi ọwọ́ mi ṣe nǹkan kan mo lè kọ́ nǹkan kan kí lè fi ṣe nǹkan kan tó ara àwọn nǹkan táwa ṣe tó yà dá a ní láti bá àwọn èèyàn sọ aláti táwọn ní páńpẹ́ pàkọ́ pé nǹkan yìí o ẹ wò lọ́nà inú ẹ wò wò kẹ́ ẹ gbé yẹ̀ wò ó lè yọ wá iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ó máa ń sọ ẹrú dọmọ ó máa yọ wá nínú ìṣẹ́ á sọ wá di ọlọ́rọ̀ ó máa yọ wá kúrò ní ẹni tó ń gbójúléyàn di ẹni tí wọ́n ń gbójúlé because kò sí bó ṣe abẹ́ bó ṣe wù kó rí pẹ̀lú ìrísí mi pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ojoojúmọ́ ó wá pọ̀jù ọjọ́ méjì wọ́n máa rówó ni so wọ́n máa ń rí owó so nǹkan tó máa ń ṣe pẹ̀lú owó àwọn náà but most of them púpọ̀ nínú wọn ilé wọn náà ń gbé ara nǹkan tí mo rí pẹ̀lú ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn oníṣẹ́ owó tí mo wọ̀ ilé wọn náà ń gbé àwọn tí wọ́n gba iṣẹ́ oṣù tí wọ́n máa de táì tí wọ́n máa lo ọkọ̀ bọ̀gìnì ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn sí nílé ara wọn.
nígbà ká tó máa lọ lórí ètò ńsìn nítorí bí tá a gbẹ́nu lé ńsìn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ìlú àlẹ́ iṣẹ́ ìjọba báyìí tó máa rìtáyà ẹni tí ò sí lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ìjọba ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní bí iléeṣẹ́ aládàáni tó yẹ ní ńlá táwọn náà máa rìtáyà ìjọkànjọkàn wọn á ṣàfiṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ ìjẹ́ kò yẹ kó máa ronú àti wọ́n mọ̀ ṣe máa ṣe kó máa lọ kọ́ ọ̀hún ọkàn báyìí pé nígbà tí wọ́n bá rìtáyà torí ara nǹkan tó máa ń jẹ́ kí tó máa ń gé ẹ̀mí kúrú ni kí kó má sí activity àbí ẹ̀kọ́ kó má sí so láti avoid nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ìjọba ti rìtáyà kó wá nǹkan ṣe so ìwé ìtẹ̀kọ́ yìí ó mí pé kò sẹ́ni tí ò lè kà.
kò sí o láti ọmọ kékeré títí dé àgbàlagbà
títí dé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba
òṣìṣẹ́ àdáni
gbogbo ọdún ẹ̀kọ́ rà wí.
ìwọ̀n ẹni tó ń ṣe dáadáa wọ́n lè rìn ní láti because a máa ń mọ ìmọ̀ kún mọ̀ ni a máa ń ní ìmọ̀ kún ìmọ̀ àwọn nǹkan kan wà tẹ́ pé àwọn mo dẹ̀ ti ń ṣe mo tún lè ṣe nǹkan yìí báyìí pẹ̀lú because ẹnìkan lè ṣe nǹkan méjì kó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ papọ̀ so mo ti ń ṣe mo ti ń ṣe mo tún lè ṣe báyìí in fact púpọ̀ nínú àwọn ọmọ wa àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tó ń lọ sí òkè òkun púpọ̀ nínú wọn jẹ́ pé certificate tó ń mú dání kò ṣeé ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́hùn àwọn tí wọ́n ti ní iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ níbi bíi náà ń jẹun dáadáa most àwọn oúnjẹ tó ń dẹ̀ ń jẹ yẹn ò lákọsílẹ̀ kò sí pé ìjọba ń gba táàsì lórí ẹ̀ wọ́n fi ń jẹun mo mọ̀ wọ́n bẹ́yẹn tẹ́gbẹ́ so ó ń ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ dá àgbẹ̀yẹ ká gbárùkù tì ní àtọmọdé àtàgbàlagbà náà tí adẹ̀ ti ń gbọ́ àwọn àǹfààní tó wà níbẹ̀ ó yẹ ká máa sọ fúnra wa nígbà àwọn ọmọ wa tá à ń rán nílé ìwé especially àwọn tó wà ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ àti secondary primary school and secondary school we need to educate them kí ẹ̀ ní solution fún nǹkan ẹni pé iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ni ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ó dẹ̀ pọ̀ lóríṣiríṣi yàtọ̀ sí pé à ń kọ́ kápẹ́ńtà a lè kọ́ ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ kọ̀ǹpútà oríṣiríṣi la lè kọ́ nípa kọ̀ǹpútà
ẹni iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ ṣá lọ kọ́ nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
láti ní nǹkan kan lọ́wọ́ tẹ́ pé ó lè máa mú nǹkan wá sápò wa a lè máa fi máa ṣàǹfààní fún àwọn èèyàn àwọn
community bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Mr. Adédayọ̀ Ògúnṣakí ti ní dídábà bí a ti máa wá sórí ètò ní láìpẹ́ àtúwá bá a yànnà àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ míì lọ tí àwọn bá fẹ́ pè yín
bẹ́ẹ̀ sà.
tó ń fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ láti òkè òkun torí ètò tá à ń ṣe yìí sì káàkiri àgbáyé náà tó máa wò níbo ni wọ́n lè pè yín sí nọ́mbà tó náà fi lè pè yín àmọ́ pé ìwé dẹ́kọ̀ yìí ó ti wà káàkiri ṣùgbọ́n ẹlòmíì lè fẹ́ tún ní ìdí àlàyé sí ẹ sọ nọ́mbà tó lè pè yín sí.
ok tẹ́ bá fẹ́ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lè pè mí sí orí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 0 àti 6 08077161116. mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó ń wò wá tó ń gbọ́ wa pé kó bá lè dá náà là ń ṣe because a ní láti wá báwa náà ṣe máa contribute sí development orílẹ̀-èdè wa àti orílẹ̀-èdè àgbáyé so àwọn ìdí nìyí tó yẹ pé Ọlọ́run fún wa ní òye láti kọ irú ìwé báyìí tó yẹ pé ó máa wúlò fún onílé tàlejò láti jẹ́ ká mọ bá ṣe máa gbárùkù ti iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àtẹ́lẹwọ́ wa kò ń tàn wá jẹ nǹkan tá a bá lè fi ara wa ṣe àwọn ẹ̀ka ara wa ó máa ń wà rewarding most especially ó dẹ̀ máa ń jẹ́ ó máa ń sọ ní ìdòmìnira ní kíákíá ó dẹ̀ máa ń gbé orílẹ̀-èdè sókè lọ́nà tó yá.
mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín Mr. Adédayọ̀ Ògúnṣàkí ẹni ká má pè yín ní pásítọ̀ ẹ ṣe tẹ́ wá sórí ètò.